Florida Social Studies Weekly, Week 25. Treat everyone fairly. Imagine that you cannot see or hear. What would your life be like? Helen Keller could not see or hear, but she never gave up. She graduated from college and wrote 11 books. She always wanted to be treated the same as everyone else. In 1964, President Lyndon B. Johnson gave her a very special honor. It was the Medal of Freedom. The Medal of Freedom is the highest honor a U.S. citizen can receive. And on the right, we see a picture of what that medal looks like. I hope they tell us why she received it. Treat everyone fairly. Helen Keller, working for equal rights. Young Helen Keller. Helen Keller was born on June 27, 1880. She and her family lived in Alabama. When Helen was almost 2 years old, she got very sick. She became blind and deaf. That means she could not see or hear. Helen meets Anne. A wonderful person named Anne Sullivan came to teach Helen when she was 6. She taught Helen to spell words with hand signs. The first word Helen learned was water. Many people did not believe Helen could ever learn to talk, but with Anne's help, she did. What are equal rights? When people talk about equal rights, it means everyone should be treated the same. Everyone should have a chance to get a good education and a good job. Everyone should be treated fairly. Their race, religion, gender, and abilities should not matter. Read the dots. How can you read if you can't see the words? If you know Braille, you can feel the words with your fingers. Braille is like a code that uses raised dots on a page. At first, the words may look like a bunch of bumps. Once you know the code, it's just like reading any other book. What should you do when someone tells you they are sorry? You should accept their apology. You can say, "It's okay, I know you didn't mean it." When you say that, you are forgiving your friend. Forgiving someone means that you are not angry anymore. Helen becomes a leader. Helen was the first blind and deaf person ever to graduate from college. Helen believed that everyone should have the same rights. She gave speeches all over the world about the rights of people who have different abilities. Helen worked hard to make life better for blind and deaf people everywhere. What would you do? Your team just won the big game. One of the kids on your team calls the other team a bunch of losers. You know that good sports should not say things that could hurt other people's feelings. What would you do? Fill in the blanks. Circle the word that makes each sentence true. 1. Helen Keller was born in. Number 2, when blind people use Braille, they blank the words. Is it see or feel? Number 3, the first sign language word Helen Keller learned was, is it water or teacher? And again, as always, we are underlining where we found our answers. Number 4, Helen Keller was the first blind and deaf person to graduate from, was it high school or college? Did you find the answer? Okay, and the last box says the golden rule says to treat everyone the way you want to be treated. Draw a picture of a time you followed the golden rule. Okay, and when you are done with this, please remember to submit to the social studies section of Schoology.